Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to our story time. And the title of our book today is The Napping House by Andre Wood and Don Wood. This, of course, is the front of the book. Just by looking at the front of the book, can you imagine what the story is going to be about? Well, let's begin and we'll discuss as we read. There is a house, a napping house, where everyone is sleeping. Can you all pretend like you're sleeping for me? Just close your eyes. And in that house, there is a cozy bed, a napping house where everyone is sleeping. See our cozy bed? We're going to put it on the card. That's the first thing. A cozy bed. Can you remember? Cozy bed. And on that bed, there was a granny. How many of you all have grannies? A snoring granny on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. Look at Granny. We're going to put her in the bed. Well, we're not going to stand her up because you can't stand up sleeping. So we're going to lay her down on the bed, a cozy bed. And on that granny, there is a child, a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone was sleeping. And the child happens to be a boy, and he is dreaming. So we're going to put him on top of Granny. And on that child, there was a dog. How many of you all have dogs at home? It was a dozing dog on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone was sleeping. I don't know if I would let my dog sleep in the bed with me. And on the dog, there was a cat, a snoozing cat, on a guzzling dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone was sleeping. Do cats and dogs get along? As far as I know, they've never gotten along, but can you imagine? And on that cat, there was a mouse, a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone was sleeping. A mouse on top of a cat? Now, normally the cat would try to catch the mouse. Now, this story is something else to imagine. And on that mouse, there was a flea. Can it be? A wakeful flea on a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone was sleeping. The flea is the only thing that's woke. A wakeful flea who bites the mouse. Oh my, what do you think happens when someone bites you? Does it hurt? Do you think that flea could have hurt the mouse? Who scares the cat? Look at the cat, she's in the air. Who claws the dog? Now I think the dog is going to be a little upset with the cat. Who thumps the child? Look at the boy. His legs are in the air. He's like, oh my God, what happened? Who bumps the granny? It scared the poor granny. Look at her eyes. Oh my. Who breaks the bed? And instead of being afraid when they break the bed, everyone is smiling. Would your mom be smiling if you broke your bed at home? I'm quite sure that she would be a little upset, but it's okay. In a napping house where no one is sleeping, everyone is outside having fun now. I would like to thank you all for coming on and listening to me read A Napping House. The next time, we'll pick another book. But for today, I hope you enjoyed The Napping House. Thank you.